TxDOT Specification Item 300 outlines over 30 tests for the quality control of asphalts, oils, and emulsions used in pavement construction and maintenance. The specification includes newer test methods, as well as older test methods that may be redundant or obsolete. The Texas Department of Transportation and researchers with the Center for Transportation Research and the Texas A&M Transportation Institute reviewed the testing methods in Item 300 and recommended revisions that could streamline the process for TxDOT and asphalt suppliers.
These items, these materials are extremely important for our road infrastructure. This is about the glue that's holding our roads together. And so these are very, very important specifications. These control the purchase requirements, the material technical specifications for these materials throughout the state of Texas.
In around 2020, it was recognized the need to go to our spec and look at whether the test method that we have in the book, whether the grades or the materials category we have in the book, are they still relevant? Are there is redundancy that we can remove, right?
Several old test methods that are redundant have been replaced or retired. Several new methods that have been developed in the last few years have been introduced. For example, there is a failure test using the poker chip ductility test that has been introduced. It's on its way to become a national standard. There's another test that uses a dynamic shear rheometer and a very small sample size to evaluate the low temperature resistance of asphalt binders used in the road. Now, we do have another method that does this currently, but that method requires a lot of sample and a completely different instrument, and we already use the dynamic shear rheometer. So we have consolidated two tests into one instrument, which reduces the maintenance requirements, training requirements, but also the sample size. Now we require a very small sample size.
Throughout the project, researchers sought input from suppliers and stakeholders.
From the get-go, we included supplier, because supplier are the one to produce material that TxDOT going to be using. So we want to make sure they can test the same test we can test. So hearing them, hearing the supplier or the stakeholder at the same time is one of the key things that every researcher should think, and TxDOT thought about that.
So there have been multiple test methods, new test methods and specifications that have already been implemented in Item 300 since we started this project. So it is the only project that I worked on where the implementation, or at least several parts of the implementation, have occurred even before the project ended.
The new recommendation is, let's do more safer way, more representative way, and more repeatable way. Now we can do one test, one equipment for multiple grades and multiple tests.
By having better, more accurate methods that can predict the performance of these materials, we are able to avoid premature failures, which are very expensive. We are able to push the boundaries on the quality requirements so that we can get more years, better service life from our roads, which is again saving money. So all of those are direct benefits from this project. And as I mentioned, again, using the outcomes for this project for other things like evaluating quality of reclaimed materials, reclaimed asphalt, is a collateral benefit that we look forward to implementing in the future.
For more information and to find the publications for this project, please visit the TxDOT Research Library at the link shown below.